Hi guys, and welcome to the show. And today I'm taking a look at my third Squale purchase. This is an actual piece that I purchased for myself. This of course is the 1521 in PVD. And initially I actually wanted to get this one first, but then I ended up getting the polished one with the black bezel, as you guys have seen, and I fell in love with it, and that really started my love affair with this brand. So let's go over the basic specs. Just do a very quick review. There really isn't that much difference apart from aesthetic, obviously, between this, the blue, and the black versions in different, with different bezels and so on. So I'll just do a very quick overview if you're new to this watch. This of course is Squale. Now the hour hand is currently covering the logo, but you can see the logo here. Squale are an amazing brand, very rich history. They make primarily and actually only dive watches. They have an incredible legacy, a unique and special heritage and list of achievements that I've got into quite a bit of detail on other videos, so please refer back to other Squale videos. This has become one of my favorite, if not my favorite, diver watch. It's kind of dethroned the Aquis, and I think for under $1,000 you really can't get a better diver watch than this. So it's the 50 Atmos of water resistant to 500 meters. This is a 42 millimeter case, but as I've said in reviews, that really is from the outer bezel, the outer diameter. Really does wear more like a 40 millimeter, to be honest. The thickness, we're looking at 12 millimeters in thickness, so quite nice and slender. From lug to lug, let's just do a quick lug to lug. We're looking at about 48, and of course the lug width is 20. So really nice proportions. I really like the size and fit, and for me, with a smaller wrist, this is absolutely perfect. We of course have sapphire crystal on the front, so excuse the dust. Uni-directional bezel, really nice solid click. Aluminium insert. One of the things that you'll notice immediately about the 1521 is the famous orange hand on the minute hand, which really makes it easy, very easy and legible, especially if you're diving or in poor visibility. It just makes it easier to differentiate between the hands, and reading the time that just split second faster, more efficient. Something I really appreciate. Date obviously at the 3 o'clock position. We've got superluminova on the loom there. Really nice thick hands with this very cool box style. Is this zooming in? I can't really tell. The viewfinder on this thing is very small. Box style second hand there, signed with the famous Squale logo and the Von Boren logo at the top, and then again signed on the crown. On the back we just have a screw down case back. Let me just remove the NATO. Really nice engraving on the back, just very simple, no fuss. The main appeal for me about these watches are these cases. Squale do amazing cases, and they've actually signed it on the side as well. I love the curvature of the lugs. They fit so comfortably. It's one of the most comfortable watches, one of the most comfortable dive watches I've ever had, and that's why this is why it's my third one. And the incredible thing is that despite there being, this is really a professional tour watch. It's a brand for professionals. This is not some kind of luxury status symbol or anything like that. This is very much a professional watch, and that's their heritage, and that's where they come from. So one little detail that I maybe forgot to mention on my original review is that there's a tiny little sapphire glass protecting the pip, the loom pip at the 12 o'clock, which is really nice touch, and of course it is fully luminescent. Now the watch, this particular PVC one, comes on a really nice, these very high quality rubber straps from Italy, and they smell gorgeous. They have this vanilla scent to them, and I adore these. One thing I do really appreciate is they came with a PVD buckle as opposed to the just standard steel polished one that came with my previous version, which I really like, and I can't wait to switch this out with some straps. But having said that, the rubber straps they do supply are absolutely outstanding, and some of the best rubber straps I've seen. And of course they are signed as well, which I just think is fantastic. Beautiful perforated, very, very comfortable, fantastic high quality. But as you know, I love my NATO straps. They're just so comfortable, so functional, and I love the fact that they're affordable. And what better than just an all black with the PVD rings just to complement the design. The movement inside is the 2824-2 ETA, and it's the highest grade of that particular movement, with a 40-hour power reserve. Really reliable, robust movement. I absolutely adore the 2824-2. It's one of my favorite ETA movements. It's very good quality, and Squale have a long history with ETA, and it's just a fantastic movement. I love the way it behaves. I love the way it charges very easily with the movement on the wrist. I hardly ever have to top it up. In my view, is superior to the Sellita SW200, even though the SW200 is a clone. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, the ETA I think performs better. Accuracy wise, the Sellita is just a smidgen better, but they're very similar accuracy wise. I personally would take the ETA over the Sellita any day of the week. Personal preference, it's just the way the movement behaves. I personally prefer it, but there's nothing wrong with a Sellita SW200, but in my opinion, you know, you can't beat this ETA. It's just a very solid, you know, economical to service. I doubt you'd ever need to, because of course I have the full 2-year warranty with this. I got this of course at Long Island Watches, the official certified seller for Squale in the United States, and I have complete confidence in them. This actually arrived last week. I'm not going to do an unboxing or anything like that, because I feel I've kind of done that to death a bit with the Squale, and you know, you guys know I love the brand, and you guys know I love these watches to bits. But what I did want to kind of look at today is really compare between the PVD and the more common version, and it's really amazing just how different they are, despite being exactly the same watch. Essentially, the best thing in my opinion about the 1521, whether you get it PVD, polished, satinato, whatever, is the case. The case is something that is always exactly the same in this model. You know, the colors may change, the bezel insert may change, or the dial or whatever may change, but the case is always the same, and that's, in my opinion, the best feature about this watch. This case, originally, I believe Von Boren and Squale made this case for Blancpain way back in the day. So what you're really getting is one of their finest case designs, because if you imagine Blancpain used them to make their cases, then it must be good. Such a prestigious historic brand as them, and that just really illustrates just it's a small part of their rich horological history. They just really are something so special. Obviously the PVD is a kind of satinized finish, which I really like. I prefer it to a polished PVD. I think polished PVD looks a little bit cheap, in my opinion. It's very matted, and I like that because it's in contrast to the one I got already. And they've done it very well. This is now my I think my third PVD watch, and I have to say the PVD, the job they've done in the finishing really is probably the best I've seen in a PVD watch. And I'm not just saying that, I really do mean it. I don't say things for the sake of it. I don't have any vested interest in this. I genuinely love this watch, this brand, and I'm genuinely telling you, and I really mean it when I say that the fit and finish of this is absolutely immaculate and beautifully done. I was a bit dubious because I'm not a massive fan of PVD, but after kind of the Orient giving me a taste of it, I wanted to see something a little bit more expensive. you really do feel it, and you really do see it. Flawless, absolutely flawless. And I love the fact it's matted. It's very stealthy. I wore it over the weekend. This is going to be my #1 beta watch, I think. I think because of the polished and slightly elegant nature of the blue on my other one here, I may save this for. I may have to promote this. I think it's a little bit too good for a beta. What do you think? I'm not sure, but anyway. And so this matted satinato finish on the PVD, not only on the exterior, but extends. If I could just get the light right, there we go. Do you see the inner chapter ring? Do you see how on this one it's polished? So to match the finish of the outer case, the inner chapter ring is also with the same matted satinato PVD, which I really like. The dial, of course, I'm pretty sure the black dial here is the same as the black dial I had previously, but obviously it's matted. It hasn't got the flare and kind of, you know, that sunburst. You see as I move it, those little lines of light, that kind of sunburst effect. Obviously it hasn't got that. They want to stay in keeping with its stealthy theme. I'm just head over heels with it. I absolutely adore this watch. I was very lucky. This, I believe, is the last one Long Island watches have. I think they've sold out of Squale now, but I hear that they're getting a whole new batch in. So if you're waiting to get yours, just be a little bit patient. They are worth waiting for. They are definitely worth the wait. So just be patient, and I'm sure they'll be in stock very soon. Another thing I would like to point out is that this is my third Squale now. This is the 5th one I've reviewed, but this is the 3rd that I am actually paying money for to keep because I want this in my collection. My first one was basically the black dialed version of this with high polish, and I sold it, and it kept its value incredibly well. In fact, to such an extent that it really gave a lot of luxury brand a run for their money. I ended up selling it $100 less than I bought it for, with 4 months of intense wear on it, and it still looked mint. It still performed. It's still, you know, and I've kept in contact with the buyer of my my other Squale, and he absolutely adores it. And in fact, I read his email in a watch talk video. So really good resale value. And I think, you know, now there's a shortage or they're out of stock. I think even if I was to sell this right now, I probably wouldn't lose any money. You know, I'd probably get back my money. But I know it's not all about money. It's all about the love of the piece. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But it is worth noting that a watch that isn't in the luxury sphere can hold its value. And that just shows you how strong the brand is, how good these watches are, how strong their heritage. It just goes to show you that quality and pedigree really do account for something these days. And this is something very special, and I, you know, just makes me appreciate the brand and love it even more. As you see, I've put it on this NATO. Really nice thick spring bars. No expense has been spared. And I think what I'm going to do to match this, I've got my little survival metrics compass out. A beautiful little liquid compass there. And I think I'm going to attach it to keep it in keeping with the military theme, and I mean, what's better than that? You know, you don't really need any other watch apart from this, really, do you? I just love the tool look of it, the whole militaristic. It's just really cool. I'm in a kind of state of watch collection euphoria where I'm just very content at the moment. Having said that, you know, I'm still got my big yearly goal of a GMT. That's still the same. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna have, while I save for that, I'm gonna have fun with a few more mid-range, entry-level pieces. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you my PVD Squale 1521. Absolutely gorgeous, pure class. Is it possibly going to be my number one Squale now? I think it is. I think it is. It's so funny that the same watch, but just such a different animal. Just shows you what a strong model the 1521 is. I mean, just look at these two. I mean, what a gorgeous pair. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And like this video if you enjoyed it. And I'll definitely catch you next time. Okay guys, ciao.